Hello everyone, how are you going? And welcome to Canada's mystery hole, the Oak Island Money Pit, something that I've never heard of before, and so hopefully it's not something gruesome or horrific, and it's more along the lines of just where the pot at the end of the rainbow lives.
Okay, check this out.
Oh my goodness.
You like that?
Wow.
Nice leaf.
Thank you.
But what does it mean?
It means today I'm gonna tell you about my mystery hole.
What?
My big, deep mystery hole where troves of treasure supposedly await you in Canada's deep old hole.
I don't like it. I don't like what you're saying to me.
This is the story of Oak Island Money Pit. Canada has a lot of things that puzzle us. RCMP, why do they look like that? Milk in bags. Do people still do this? The French. But the most puzzling thing of all has to be on Oak Island, Nova Scotia. And that would be this hole right here.
What is it?
This is the Oak Island Money Pit, the site of a 200-year ongoing treasure hunt.
Wow.
What's in it?
Well, I don't really know, but that's why I said ongoing. But the theories surrounding this pit are crazy enough that they could literally rewrite history as we know it.
Well, first of all, I'm blown away by the fact that we still don't know what it is after 200 years. How are they not down there? Or even just, I don't know, we have ground penetrating radar and so many different technologies. Surely you just shoot that into the earth and you go, there's nothing down there. Or there's, I don't know, an entire money pit, whatever it may be. I mean, I could understand if Ginger Pale directly didn't know, as I can't exactly see him out there with the shovel. I mean, he did draw the hole, but I can't imagine he dug the hole, or I don't even know if that's how they're exploring it. But it just does not make sense to me how it can still be a mystery 200 years later. Usually when we find a cave or a hole or anything like that, it is very quickly explored and known. And for goodness sake, we, like I said, have ground penetrating radar. I don't know how deep that goes, but I'm sure it goes deep enough for a lot of things. Also, for goodness sake, we have drilled the coal super deep. Surely there is no way that this hole is deeper than that.
How was it found? Glad you asked. The year is 1799 or somewhere around there, and a little lad named Daniel McGinnis is looking to make a farm on the island. But instead he ends up finding a depression. He finds a depression in the ground.
Right.
He remembers hearing stories of the pirate Captain Kidd and his treasures being buried on the island. Now what sounds better, making a farm or pirate booty? Think about it.
Hang on.
Yeah, he likes the pirate booty, so he decides to row on home and then he returns with 3 friends. John Smith, Anthony Vaughn, and Mr. Spade. After digging down just 2 feet, they find a layer of flagstones, but they press on. At the 10-foot mark, they found a layer of oak logs. Kinda weird, but thinking that they're getting close, they press on. 20 feet down, another layer of oak logs, but guess what they do?
They press on?
No, they give up.
Sheesh.
But then other groups kept digging and found all sorts of weird stuff. Charcoal, putty, beach stones, even coconut fiber, and the nearest coconut trees are very far away, until eventually they pulled out a stone tablet with these weird symbols on it. But oops, it was a trap and the hole ended up filling with water.
Wait, hang on a second. That just completely changes the story. Why is it so man-made and manufactured, and there's even traps in it, for goodness sake? I mean, even just the fact that there are layers and layers of logs seems so sketchy, and I certainly don't blame these guys for giving up because, well, you're finding all these materials that should not be there, and you're expecting to be the first people there, and so you're going, hang on, I don't know what's going on here, but it seems like some kind of witchcraft or something. I have no idea. I mean, if nothing else, now I'm wondering, and I certainly hope that he answers it to some degree, the known part, just how deep is this hole, and how many layers and how many trees have been cut down, just putting layer after layer after layer, and also, why? I just don't also understand, because that's so much material to remove in the first place. Who did this?
They tried pumping the water, drilling into the hole, digging new holes, dynamite, sacrifice. People wasted countless hours, went entirely bankrupt, and 6 people lost their lives. There's even a rumor saying a 7th person must die before the treasure is found. Isn't that a bit weird, don't you think? Who would make that up?
Yeah, wait, what? Where are you possibly plucking that number from? I mean, even the fact that you're going, oh no, 6 isn't enough, 7 just has to be the sacrifice one. Especially considering the fact that if you have taken your friends out there, you were certainly not wishing any good fortune on them. You were just, I guess, hoping to find the fortune at the bottom of the pit after their sacrifice? It's all wrong. What is going on here?
Anyways, here's some other stuff they found. The stone tablet gets translated. They think it says 40 feet below, 2 million pounds are buried. What the hell does that mean? There are flood tunnels running from Smith's Cove to the hole. That's why it floods. Drilling found evidence of chests, gold chains, and parchment. Rocks organized into a triangle that just point at the hole. Hatch on the other side of the island that goes nowhere. 4 weird cone-shaped rocks that connect to make a big cross. Then there's another rock where they intersect and it has a face. Hello there. I don't like it.
It's just What? It's all weird and wrong, and I can certainly understand the intrigue, but I feel as though after a while you just have to go, there is just something going on here, and I don't want to be a part of it because, well, there have just been too many sacrifices already, and I'm not willing to make this sacrifice for £2 million of who knows what. It could be TNT. As soon as you strike it, bang, the entire island goes up. Especially considering there are so many other weird things with this island. I mean, for goodness sake, who just puts a trapdoor on the other side of the entire island? And also, there were, well, piles of rocks as well, gold, but sure, but how do you just dig a tunnel from the cove all the way perfectly to where this hole is? Like, that's very, very impressive as well. Yeah, here we go. Oak Island, yes, thank you. Where are you exactly? Just because I have no idea. Okay, I knew it was going to be over there, but right on this little island right here. Stone Triangle, Smith's Cove, Stella's Cove, Nolans Cross. There are so many different things here, and of course they were all labeled, but look at the kind of exploration that is going on. Wow, it's just so weird. Look at that. The area around the supposed money pit is just completely clear, and I'm also seeing the fact that there is borehole 10x, garden shaft, so obviously there has been plenty of other just drillings and things. Pine tar kiln, the cave-in pit, what is going on? Sam Ball, Freeman, 90 acres, no idea about that, but there are just so many little landmarks around this entire island. And I guess the other thing, that's what I was wondering, from the money pit to the cove over here, it's, wow, 200 meters. See, once again, how are you possibly making a 200 meter long tunnel? Oh, but hang on a second, what is going on this island? Is there a way to connect the two? Or, I mean, is this just step one? This is like the boss island over here, or what is going on?
Now this all leaves you with about 500 questions of what the hell's going on, and I'm barely scratching the surface. My head hurts. It is splitting. I am dead. I am alive. Who's behind this hole? Theory number 1. Big booty bad boys. It was the golden age of piracy around 1650 to 1720, so it could have actually been the rumored treasure of Captain Kidd, a privateer who was supposed to take out pirates who became a pirate himself. And then when he got captured, he was like, "No, please, I buried my treasure on an island east of New York. I'll tell you where it is." But then he got hung. Twice. Or maybe it was Edward Blackbeard Thatch, the pirate known for setting his beard on fire before battles. That's crazy. He apparently famously boasted that he buried his treasure where only he and Satan himself can find it. But why would pirates ever bury their treasure? They're thieves, not capitalists. They steal, they spend, they wear eye patch. A life too simple for designing a crazy booby-trapped hole.
I'm not too sure about that one, because I reckon if anyone is at the top of their given hierarchy, they have to have just a little bit of extra intelligence or extra nous surrounding the entire situation. And so if these guys truly are just these world-traveled, untouchable people of the time, I see no reason as to why they couldn't scheme up something like this. It's more the execution of it, that's what I'm wondering about. And I mean, in saying that, but speaking of its other meaning, how do you possibly get hung twice? I mean, unless there was just a serious problem with the first one, or you're just way too big and so you snap the rope instead of snapping your neck. Either way, I have no idea how you can possibly get hung twice.
The only thing they dig is a swashbuckling good time. Fuck! Theory number 2, the Holy Hole Guys.
Okay.
The Knights Templar was a group of holy boys said to have been protecting the Ark of the Covenant, the Holy Grail, and a really cool rock that Jesus liked. That's a pretty good rock. Some people think that they came over to Oak Island in the 1300s to hide all these artifacts, and there's actually a decent amount of evidence to back this. They found a lead cross, a Templar coin, and a crossbow bolt that they thought to have been used by the Templars. Here's an old Masonic Templar map, here's Oak Island. Here's a Templar cipher, here's the stone tablet. The resemblance is uncanny.
Yes, that's... Oh, I don't know about this one. I mean, not in terms of not having evidence for it, because he did just provide some very, very concrete kind of evidence if you are truly finding these things. But I don't know about you, but I reckon if I was them, I just would have given up a long time ago. I mean, I understand the intrigue, but maybe, like I said, just use ground penetrating radar so you don't have to be just, well, in an entirely booby-trapped hole from probably just multiple generations of people just trying to get this and then booby-trapping it when they leave because they just weren't able to get it from the last booby-traps. I mean, to be fair, it does say that it is a maybe forged Templar map, but at the same time, the fact that there was just any evidence surrounding this entire thing just makes you question so many different things. Like I said, I understand the intrigue around this just crazy mystery hole, but it just seems scary.
And there's also Nolans Cross, which looks like a cross. They love crosses.
Who is Nolan?
This is a very summarized version of this theory. Theory number 3, the Uh-Oh hole. Some people think it's just a sinkhole that's captured artifacts throughout the years. But I highly doubt this because so much evidence points towards purposeful human activity. Even if it is true, I don't believe it. I refuse to believe it. It's way too boring. Oh no.
Oh, poor fellow, he's just going into the hole is going to be layer, I don't know, 142. But to be fair, I kind of agree with him. The fact that it could be a sinkhole, given the evidence that he's provided, definitely does seem unlikely. If it is just actually, like, where was it? If it is just the layers and layers of logs and even just the coconut, how do you explain the coconut if it is just a sinkhole? There shouldn't be coconuts there unless it is just a stupidly old hole where that was down in the Mediterranean in the equator part and there was coconut trees then, and then it just moved and got pushed by the tectonic plates all the way north. I mean, that's just crazy amount of time ago.
Even if it is true, I don't believe it. I refuse to believe it. It's way too boring. Oh no. Today was a bad day to have all that gold on me. I'm gonna be treasure! Ow. But that's all I really have to say about the hole. There's so many more clues and theories that I didn't even get to touch on, but I recommend you look some of them up. It's pretty cool. I just hope that we find the treasure soon. Thanks for watching. Whoa. I found the Jesus rock. How do I get out of here?
That is definitely a good question, and one you're going to have plenty of time to figure out, I think, because, well, the fact that no one can get in is also probably the fact that no one can get out, and that was probably going to be half the problem, that everyone buried it and then just buried themselves with it. To be fair, though, there does seem to be a kind of gleam coming off all of this gold, and so there has to be some form of light. Maybe it is just a bioluminescence, or maybe there was just a hole that no one has even just discovered yet. They just went, it's just over there. Why didn't we just look over there instead? We're drilling holes and digging over here and just trying to blow it up, but no, there's just stairs over there. But no, hey, this was definitely an interesting video that, well, the title kind of spoiled it, but otherwise would have completely caught me off guard. I had no idea that this was even a thing. The fact that it even exists at all is just ridiculous to me, and the fact that there were just so many different theories is just insane. And for goodness sake, he said that he only touched on a few of them, and so yeah, I definitely will have to look a couple of those up, but my goodness, maybe I know where I need to take my first trip to Canada to, because, you know, it's a very expensive flight, and maybe this can just pay it off for me. But anyway, in saying that, I reckon I'm just going to call it there. So thank you for watching this video. If you did enjoy it, feel free to do the YouTube algorithm things down below. Also, if this is the first video of mine that you are watching, then make sure to go check out my other videos. Also, make sure to go check out the awesome video down in the description below. Or hey, maybe you even just want to consider subscribing so that you don't miss another one of these in the future. But all in all, have a good one and see ya.